Welcome back. It's Market Day Report. Well, mid-morning, how are we trading? Let's go to the markets. And we'll start with corn, trading 406 and a quarter, down 6.5 cents, 6 cents lower on the March contract. And this on the heels of a weekly export sales report showing 847,000 metric tons sold in the week, primarily to Mexico. Mexico also taking the shipments. And the total shipments there were just tick under 573,000 metric tons. What about soybeans? Now, maybe we've seen early strength in beans based upon the soy oil sales. The report was a marketing year high for both the sales and for the shipments, but we have turned negative now. November beans 10.12 3/4, down a penny and a quarter. Wheat market has been under pressure, remains that way, off a dime on the December, 565 3/4. Hard red winter down 11.5, 567. That also on the December contract, and both of those are seeing the new crop July contracts down a dime as well. And spring wheat down 8 cents with the December 608.5. But the cotton market has been moving higher, up 144 points, 72.71, within 9 points of the day's high. Nick Paumen is with CHS. And Nick, as we kind of set the stage for wrapping up the week of trade, what are you watching?
Well, like you mentioned, the export sales here this week. I mean, you had a big week in soybean sales with 56% of that going to China. So a good week, pretty early into the season. But you got harvest ramping up in many areas. By this time, mid next week, towards the end of next week, pretty much everywhere is going to be going on beans. And there's actually a fair amount of corn coming off too. With the heat and wind and just overall weather the last couple weeks, it's really pushed stuff to maturity pretty quick. So today could be maybe just some harvest pressure. Of course, you got the macro markets higher today, dollar stronger, so that's pressuring the wheat market and pressuring the grains in general. So kind of a little bit of everything going on here.
Okay, one of the other things we might want to keep an eye on is Mississippi River levels and a potential strike for dock workers, East Coast and Gulf Coast. Is that on the radar?
Yeah, it is. I don't know if it'll affect the grain side of things too much on the dock worker side. That remains to be seen yet, I believe. But yeah, the low water level definitely been an issue. You go from flooding this spring, which washed a lot of sediment and stuff down to the lower Mississippi, and the Ohio River basin's been dry. You had a little bit of a boost in water levels from Hurricane Francine, but that's subsided some. So yeah, we're seeing reduced drafts, reduced tows, and just overall the headaches that come with low water level on the river.
And again, I think we're also working towards a quarterly grain stocks report. That's not too far away.
Yeah. Here in a matter of a handful of days, end of the month. So yeah, we'll get that number and see what stocks look like, and then the October WASI too isn't too far away, where maybe we see some more adjustments by the USDA like we tend to get. But yeah, I mean, obviously, big theme here end of the week is the beans coming off the field and corn too, and pretty much everyone seems to be happy with the yield so far. A little bit on the drier side. Some of the beans have been under 10% moisture, so not many people are a fan of that. But yeah, harvest is a big theme here at the end of the week.
All right, Nick Paumen's with CHS. Hey, Nick, thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
We'll come back in just a moment, looking at cattle and hogs. Cattle on feed report set to come out tomorrow. We'll preview that. Market Day Report continues in a moment.